So this is not real. This is a whole simulation, a whole dream world. Just as you are going to sleep at night, this is the same. This is a dream world. So your human avatar is just a character you play. And when it becomes too much, you can simply zoom out and be the one holding the controller instead of being too immersed in the game. And this is what happens when people take life too seriously. They start to become focused on their fears, and fear is a symptom of not knowing who you truly are. So not knowing who you truly are is you being too involved in the game, too zoomed in. Once you know you're just playing a character, a role, and you are actually eternal, immortal, that is an illusion. This is a dream world. Your astral self, higher astral self, is already healthy, perfect in every way, and you just construct your molecules and your body any way you like there. And you will go back there. So, what's with the seriousness? There's no problem. This is very short lifespan, and very temporary, transient. And we all know this. We will leave this meat suit, this character. So what's the problem? What's the problem? So when you feel hard done by in life, no, it's just a passing thing. No, you actually are pure creative energy. So you are actually, if you are psychic, you can see people as orbs. Sometimes you just see little spinning balls of light. That's what you actually are. That's what you really look like. So this is not what you look like. This is just your temporary form. And yes, the point here is to enjoy the sense pleasures, the sensations. But when you're too immersed in the game, you have all these pathological insecurities. You start to take it way too seriously. So a good practice is start up a game and notice how you are playing the game. Is it with pleasure? Is it with playfulness? Or are you too serious in it because you identify with the character? Most of you won't identify with some things on the screen. Most of you would just play the game, like you're used to playing the game. So, becoming too identified with the forms, all the shapes, right? Loads of distractions here will get you into chasing mode. So you become in a mode which makes it feel like you're stuck in cycles, in a treadmill. A big example I want to give you on that is external validation. If you need external validation from other characters, then you're not enjoying the game. So if you play a game, a first-person game, what you're doing is you're doing the missions, enjoying the game. When do you, as the character, seek for external validation? Oh, am I good enough? Do you validate me? Do you love me? All that neediness is completely gone when you play a game. You can employ that same mindset here because it's just a game and it's temporary. And you'll seem to notice that you get things or you don't get things, and it doesn't matter because you're not needy. You don't need anything because you are everything. I am everything, all that is already. Playing the human game. So this is a reminder of when the limitations start to become too real and you believe in certain systems, ideologies, you think the government is to blame for your things. Certain people are to blame for your unhappiness. You can just let it go. So in order to be happy, you have to sacrifice the conditions which you believe that should make you happy. So that means you choose to be happy now, and you have to sacrifice any thoughts, feelings, emotions that you think about that make you unhappy. And you can do that right now. That's why it's important to observe your thoughts and emotions and be in the present moment. Because how would you catch yourself otherwise? And that's the point of meditation. We should be in constant meditation, observing our emotional field, our mind, and what we speak, what we say, and retuning accordingly. So reality creation is an art. You create whatever you focus on. And if you have some bad programming, you will most likely stay stuck in loops that seem very familiar to you in childhood. So you will recycle the same patterns. So it's not that you are broken, you're never broken, it's just that you have some loops that you haven't re-chosen yet. So you haven't redesigned your inner world yet. So there's nothing out there that is the cause of your unhappiness. There's no victimhood. It's all an inner game, and your state determines it all. The thoughts you can choose. You can re-choose your thoughts, which make you have new experiences, new emotions, which reshape your whole world. So that's how change is possible, transformation. And this is a conscious choice. You consciously choose this to align to the truth, that you're not this feeble character, but that you are experiencing as pure consciousness a world with shapes. And then you can pick and choose anything you like, but you have to commit to a choice. Because it's like a seed, you grow it. It takes time. It takes time to grow. You keep feeding the thoughts you want to have. You keep starving the thoughts that do not help you but hurt you. So choose happiness now. So happiness is not conditional. Peace can only come from within. Peace, you won't get it in a person. You won't get it in any circumstance, a job, anything. It's a choice. It's the inner choice from within. The only thing that can give you peace is knowing yourself as the all. That's your consciousness itself experiencing limitation. And that's wonderful news, because now you can choose peace in any circumstance, because it's just a movie, it's just a game. Watch it. Do not resist, do not attach. So you have aversion and attachment. If you fear something, you will pull it towards you. Yeah? But if you attach to something, it will move away from you. So that creates the drama of life, the cycle, the push and pull. If you stay in the middle, then you will not create a difference in the energetic charges. So your reality will become very peaceful, because you're not attached anymore to many things. And you also don't fear anymore. There's no space for fear. Give your fears up to the universe, Give your fears up. You don't need them. They're a burden that you don't have to carry anymore. Any fear and worry is not valid. It's invalidated now. Dismiss them gently and claim your freedom. Any fear. You're eternal anyway, so what's the fear? And with this detachment, you can enjoy everything infinitely more. You also start to stop having addictions. So the reason you have addictions is you think this reality is real. You believe it's real, so it's serious. Your emotions are serious, your thoughts are serious. And it's just very dense, very hard and serious. Doesn't have to be. When you embody the energy of playfulness, so childlike wonder, you are in direct alignment with the truth. Because the truth is, there is only oneness. And in oneness, which is the same as love, no opposition can thrive. It will be impossible to be in a low frequency if you are aligned with that oneness, which is unconditional love. The reason why that feels so good, when you are enlightened, in that sense, if you are in that state, you have to maintain it, It's because it's the closest to truth we get. So we zoom out of the drama of life, the play, and we see our patterns and we can laugh about it, you know? Or we see our repeating cycles and then we think, oh, we are absolutely insane. We're crazy. What is this? Why do we make such drama out of nothing? Out of nothing, it's always out of nothing. Because there's enough for everyone, everyone. There's no need to have conflict. It's an illusion. So the scarcity thing also has to go. Scarcity is out of the fear of separation. You are put here not empty-handed. You are here as an energy source. So we are actually sources of energy. We are generators of energy. We don't need to get or survive. That's a big misconception. If you grow up in an artificial world where you have been taught scarcity, then you'll believe all the bad programming. But if you break free from that and know there's only an abundance of everything, then there's no scarcity anymore because there's enough. There's plenty. Nature gives all for free. There's more than enough. Just go travel somewhere, see how much land there is, how much fertile land. The only people that make it hard is the program people that believe in scarcity. So they act that out and you can create an artificial bubble world of scarcity and debt and all these things that don't really exist. It's not real. The symbols are not real. The most valuable thing you have is your awareness. Awareness is everything. That's your consciousness, because knowing yourself as the creator of your conscious experience means that you do not fear anymore. There's no fear and there's absolute peace no matter what happens. There's tranquility. And it becomes very pure and playful. You don't have to stay in butterfly. You don't have to stay in the artificial scarcity mindset that's been programmed into you by who? Not by some external thing. It's by you. You did this to yourself. Because you are playing a game. And you chose to be here. You chose it. And if you choose to be here, it is because you want to experience being immersed in a game so much that you even forget who you are. And then, if you're being, if you're, so if you have your will, so your will can create anything at will. If your will shows up and says, I think this game is too immersive, I've had enough. That's called that's called many things. You can label it as disorders or disharmony, mental problems. It's not a problem, it's just a sign that you are too immersed in the game. You think you are the body. You have all these neurological insecurities. You think the past is real. You think you have to hold on to the old identity of being a victim. You think you have to remember the past and create, and that's who you are. It's actually not who you are. You are just the present moment. Beyond this meat suit, okay? In that state, there's no such thing as the past. So how could anything exist beyond that? You're just creating yourself in the present moment. You are quite literally a new person every second, every moment. The illusion of continuity of time is part of the human game. It's an illusion, though. The time seems to progress, but there is actually just a collapsing of matter in this moment. And then we have all these new constructs We have age, we have time that's passing, we have life stages, and we have all these. It's like zip files. You have zip files and you download them inside of you. You think, okay, at this age I should be this, I am this. And if you are around a lot of other pendulums, which are people, energy vortexes, then they confirm these structures. But with the uprising of the internet, it's interesting because we have information to new realities. And nothing is as solid or structured anymore because there are infinite ways to play this game, to live. There is no cookie cutter way anymore, which means the new way is your way. The only way is your way, because you're a unique expression of the divine. So just as you play a game online or offline, with a character you can choose how you want to play the game. Do you want to do the side missions? Do you want to do the main mission? You want to just mess around and do none of the missions? That's all up to you. There's no requirement. There's nothing mandatory. Nothing, truly. So this new radical thinking, because you are all stuck in constructs, believing it's real, is threatening to the old self, which has created this stable identity. And it's very destabilizing when you take away your identity, if you're identified with your thoughts, emotions, and the past, and your cycles, your loops that you keep recreating in your world. You can play the relationship game, you can have a relationship and see how that goes. You probably will recycle some things of your childhood because you weren't aware yet that your state is expecting the same thing. When you change your state to a new feeling and expect only the best from your partner, you expect only the best from life, you expect the best possible options, and you are not attached to the outcome, then you'll see, because it's not that serious, it's a game, then you'll see that it starts to happen. Because why wouldn't it? Because you are the player. You get to decide. You can choose wherever you want to go. You want to play the the business game, the job game, the relationship game, marriage game, the house building game. It's all there. I knew people who loved to play The Sims when I was younger. The Sims was a very popular game. I don't know if it's now. And I realized that the games you play in your childhood are most likely what you will experience later. So what you are interested in. So for example, a female I knew loved to play a lot of fashion games and picking out clothes and things when she was young. I thought it was boring. I did a little bit, but I was more into the nature and adventure games. And that's created my further interest in wildlife, animals, and I'm still interested in that. And the other female is more interested in, she also played The Sims a lot. So, and now she has a whole family, house. You know, she's playing the whole Sims game in real life. So that's funny. You also have people who like to be in nature a lot and be on their own. Those are the monk archetypes. So those are people that are very solitary and they just want to connect to the controller of this game, which is them, which is ultimate freedom, because this is not real. So then you can go to the monk or nun lifestyle. Who knows? So people are put here exactly as they should, and they all have this tendency to go to a certain direction. So you don't have to really worry about what you're doing, because it's already, you just follow that preference. Just be around the thing you enjoy. I love peace and nature and animals, so I create that. I also love human connection. So I've created that as well. Another thing that comes up is needing to perform is also a symptom of when you are too immersed in this game. And I know a lot of people see me as spiritual. I don't identify with that label. I identify as consciousness, experiencing a game. Because you can keep talking about energies and what color your aura is. In the end, what matters is, are you having fun? Are you enjoying yourself? And if the answer is no, then you have to find your bad thinking. Because the only reason you feel bad is because of the bad programming. The bad programming is the cause, right? So one of the purposes of this game, if you have awakened, clearly you have, otherwise you couldn't even handle 1 minute of me speaking, right? Some people are meant to be immersed in the game completely. They are meant to not wake up ever. So keep that in mind before you start to want to awaken everyone, because there's a kind of, the experience is more intense when you're completely identified with the experience. Yes, it causes a lot of suffering, but some people want to have that experience. Others who are done with that game usually suffer a bit more, and then they start to seek for awakening. And then they find out they are completely free already. You can hide into materialism, you can hide into all the distractions. Moving around a lot is also a coping mechanism. But what you really want is to be okay with yourself. It's very simple. You just want to be okay with yourself. And some call that self-love, unconditional love. And how you're okay with yourself is by zooming out. That's the takeaway from my message here. Also, if you play a game, your character is not needing anything, is it? The character is just, you're just moving around doing things, completing tasks, like real life. You can also create conflict in games. You can play those games, you can play war games. Yeah? You can play The Sims. You can play family game. You can play marriage game. You can play puzzle game, puzzles. Solving problems game. That's a fun one, isn't it? You can play the game in any way you like, and the good part is that your value doesn't depend on which game you are playing at all, or how many things you stack up in your game. Because ultimately the controller is the same, and the controller is not a person like we are. The controller is actually formless. It's pure consciousness. And the controller is right here. So, well, I've experienced that it's right here in the middle somewhere. There's the controller. There's something controlling everything. Quite literally everything. And experiencing everything. When you stay in that seat, that throne, is where you start to open your crown. It's all symbolic here also. That's part of the puzzle. People who are into symbolism, they are playing the puzzle game because you can decode this whole reality. So they are playing the puzzle, the decoding. What I'm playing is human relationship games. So I love human connection, talking, and nature game. So you have these nature games that are very peaceful. A little bit of gardening game, fun. You can also play sports games. So, and now I've heard that you even have, that was funny, bread simulator. You even have bread simulator, farm simulator. You have the random simulators that you can play online. And they start to become more and more like we are experiencing now, but without the extra burdens. But the burdens are only in your mind. So there's no limitation but in your mind. So you think there's a society and you have to climb and fight your way to some imagined top. But there's no such thing. No one will get it. Well, the monkey on the mountain, you know, the king of the hill, no one will get there because that's an absolute fallacy. It's an illusion. When you let go of that, you stop seeking external validation. You don't need that. But you just, from a pure heart, want to express yourself, and expressing yourself, expressing your energy, will also help the other players, the other people, which is great. It's like a win-win. And when you need more, you also have the cheat code game. And this is funny because you can magically manifest things out of thin air and it works. So you have this kind of a cheat code, what you have with the Sims games. That was a while ago. And then you have an infinite amount of resources. The funny thing is we do have an infinite amount of resources if we know we are that source. We are the source. So who do you need external validation from? Who do you need? Because everything is magnetized to you anyway. And all the worries and fears are simply dismissed gently. You can meditate on this to remind yourself more. And it's actually very potent to do so. So you become peaceful and pure. People are running around like there's something to achieve or become. And when you realize that the highest goal that there is in existence is to become infinite. And when you realize you are that infinite already, then you have attained the highest, the greatest and the highest thing in existence already. So what are you chasing? What are you doing? Why aren't you relaxing into your beingness with that? What is there to attain? This is what you always wanted. This is what you wanted, the peace and the truth. Truth above all. Nothing compares to this. You can have 20 mansions. You can have everything that's transient, but always in the back of your mind, you know it's transient. It's a passing thing. It's temporary. And the elephant in the room is that you, if you are identified with your body, you know you will die. And you will look out and be afraid of disease, disharmony. And those fears actually attract it to you. Because you have attraction and aversion. Attachment, aversion. Attachment pushes things away. Aversion pulls it towards you because you are constantly focusing on it. And you can have, in this game, you can have everything you like. And you will get everything you like. Your desires are met. And then, but what happens if you finish a game and all your resources are maxed out? You think, nah, boring. I finished the game. Now I don't want to play anymore. Is that funny? So playing with simulations inside the simulation actually teaches us, while playing games, who we are on a deeper level. We are playful. All we do in our time is create space so we can create art, we can watch movies, plays, theater, play games, and create. Which means we are, at our core, creative beings. We also like to build things. You all know Minecraft. And when you see life as a game, you can play all the mini games you like and you can stop playing mini games you like. You can start playing the fitness game, becoming very fit. And that you create happiness or a sense of adventure in that you can play any kind of transformation game. It's just, the world is your buffet. The food game. Oh, I do love food. Yes, food is, yes. Anyway, but the duty and obligations are only to your mind constructs. So you are naturally drawn to needing to do things because in the programming, your worth depends on you performing. What if you stop performing? Do you think you would perish? Our mind is very dramatic. And our mind says if we are our authentic self-expression, we would not survive. That's all you're ever struggling with. And the survival mode is linked to your fear of death. And when you know death is an illusion and it's also the inevitable, you won't take your body with you. You can take your astral body, but you stop being in survival mode without any conditions change outside. So feel yourself coming out of survival mode now. Fight or flight. There's no other time to do it. You have to do it now, and it's not, oh, when this circumstance changes. Circumstances change all the time. When you learn how to get out of survival mode for real, everything is peace, everything is blissful because it's just a game and it's just a play and you will always be okay. And even when the body passes away, you will be okay because you're not the body. So that's the game changer. All that you actually need to know is already on my channel. And a session is just out of a reminder for you. So it energizes it. I give you energy to go to your desired result in your game. And the only thing coaches do for you is actually reflecting back to you that you can do it, so your will gets strengthened. That's all that coaches are for, and that's how people are of service. And if you don't have a strong willpower and your willpower is weak, some encouragement from other reflections are of great help, because they are a permission for you to feel, okay, now can I be happy? Okay, now I can have peace for real, without any of the circumstances changing first. Because we put the cart before the horse, we need the circumstances to change and then we'll feel good, right? No, we feel good first. The well-being is first. The well-being is first. The most deprived your well-being is, or the less good you feel, because your focus is wrong, your wrong thinking, the more not fun this game becomes. And I want everyone to have a fun game, because if more people have a fun game, we will all be more happy and we will create a heaven in our experience with harmony and peace. And it comes from knowing thyself.